Hey everybody, life's journey. So I got a box here from Lone Rider. Now, first and foremost, I got a discount just like pretty much everybody else did. So it's not like I did this on my own. So, but I wanted to test their gear out because you guys all know I'm a big Mosko Moto fan. So we'll see about this. I did talk to the Lone Rider rep at Whale & Wayne last year. They were actually not interested in doing anything with me. So, which might not surprise anybody out there. We're all shocked. But at the end of the day, but I figured, you know what, in the interest of everything that goes on, I will give it a shot and see what their Rackless is all about. So let's do this. This is an unboxing of all this, okay? So let's get into this. Hold on, here we go. Big box, here we go. Lone Rider, you gotta love it. This is probably not gonna be much different than, I'm assuming, what the Mosko is. There's panels, mollies, and bags, and bags, and bags. All right, and now you got the exhaust, the heat protector, shield, heat shield. Oh, stickers. You gotta like stickers. Everybody loves stickers. I know I love my stickers.
The more stickers you sell, the more profit.
And then this is the 70-liter Rackless. All right, so let me do a little bit of unboxing here. Let me get these unwrapped, okay? All right, let's see here. So the general layout is going to be just like the Moskos here, right? So you've got a duffel bag over there. You got the inserts there. We're going to keep putting this thing together. I will say this. All right, so you see the stickers here? And then you get a neck gaiter and a keychain. Mosko, I would say one thing for sure. How about something else other than stickers? I know everybody gets excited about the Mosko stickers, but a neck gaiter, keychain, something like that. For as much as Mosko is, really, come on. Let's step up the game there a little bit.
Cheap, cheap, cheap.
All right, let's get back to this thing. This is going to be a chore, I can tell already. Ground here. So what I will say as I look down at this, so they do give you some Loctite here. There's a couple straps here, you know, parts that I'm getting through. Some mounts for the back of your bike. We'll kind of go through all that stuff. And then here's obviously the screws. It comes with this. The one thing I would say is I really don't see any directions. Now, granted, I don't think Mosko said any directions either, but should be pretty self-explanatory. But let's get into this thing and let's see how this goes. And realistically, how long is this going to take me? So, all right, gang, hold on. Here we go. You guys get to see my fat ass working here. So, obviously, you got to. You have the base plate here, then you got to kind of line up the two bags there. Let's get out the stuff, and we'll kind of go from there. Let me see here. A little easier if you start with the center one. All right, we'll put that over top of there. Probably should put a little Loctite on these things. Should I have tightened that up so tight? Probably not, because I got to line the other ones up, but it'll work. Here we go. All right. And you got to make sure that this tab doesn't get stuck up underneath there. Okay, let's move on to the other one. And again, all you do is the same thing, just line them up. Let's get these over here. Again, I like to start with the center one just so you have a point of reference. All right, now, if you guys will see here, there are these protective pieces that go underneath here. So again, you just line those up. Protect the bike. Pretty simple. And it's like a little bit of a padding for the bike so it doesn't rub up against there and do too much damage to the back of your bike. I mean, that's pretty, I will say, pretty simple to make the attachments. We're going to take this thing off of here. Maybe that you would have thought they would have put a QR code or something attached here and had some directions, you know, on putting it together. Not that it's super complicated, but just something for Lone Rider to think about in the future. All right, so these are extra hooks for the back of the bike, but let me get a bike and let's get to work on these, okay?
A few moments later.
Okay, so this is my F900. My 1250 is having its 6,000 mile service done to it, but so as you can see, this is the competition that's here. And let's make a quick switch and let's put the Lone Rider on here. See what this looks like. Now, up underneath here is your tie downs and your straps. Now they show 2 here versus the competition has 1. So let's see how that pans out. Obviously I have hooks here already built in. And now granted I'm using a black dog plate here on my F900. Okay, now that makes sense right there. All right, let's see where we got to tie down these other things. All right, so you got double over here. All right, so if you guys couldn't see on the other side there. All right, so you thread that through. Pretty simple stuff. And again, this is a little bit different than the competition just because this gives you 2 points to secure your bag on. I'm up and out of the way. So again, now you're kind of locked in. All the bags are here and you're good to go. So these things just press out here. You loop them right into here. And then you snap back and put them in. Make sure you hook them there pretty good because you might think that, but pull on them just to make sure that they're there. But see how that flaps goes there. And then you have same thing on this side. These buckles are pretty nice. They're magnetic and stuff like that, so we'll see how the durability is of them, but the connection pieces are pretty nice here because see, look at that, magnetic and just kind of latch into place. But so now you've got your fold over here, and again, this is really for you to put this bag in there, which is kind of nice because they do make this as a backpack if you wanted to. See the straps? You can hook those up, but we're not going to do that. And those just tuck away right into here. Waterproof here. So again, when you're rolling things up, putting things in here, right? This goes here, and then you can just tighten everything down through the straps here. So you got kind of a roll, and then you have your molly pouches and all this other stuff here. So you can put that in there that way. Obviously long way if you got it packed up full of stuff. But this is kind of it, folks. Let's talk about construction. Let's talk about competition. And now granted, I have not put this through anything yet, but let's talk about the dynamics between the bags and stuff. All right, folks. Well, Blue's back from service, and I did put the Lone Rider bags on here, so I wanted you guys to kind of see how that is. It's all hooked up here versus it was on my F900. But yeah, so obviously I did this video on everything. The other footage is a little bit grainy. You'll see some of that in here, so I do apologize for that. Doing the comparison between really the Lone Rider Rackless and the Mosko Rackless, and it really started off as you'll see, as an installation or a build out for the Lone Rider bags. But then I kind of, you know, everybody's done that kind of thing, so I wanted to kind of give a little bit of a comparison between the two, because I think they're both great products, as I talk about throughout the video. So if you look at the Lone Rider here, and I'm going to walk through this and I'll show you guys, but if I do this, the Lone Rider does not have what we call on the Mosko stuff a knoblin right here. So this actually slides into here, and then you screw it down and it kind of securely, you know, here. Now here, all I have is straps to go around here, because the hooks, such as what's hooked up to here, I don't have any opportunity to put those on here. So I just have to take the straps and loop them around here, which will be fine, but they will slide around just a tad more so. I mean, I do this to the F900 because I don't have a knoblin on the F900. I just have these bolted down here. And then, but these straps will have to go here. My concern might become they rub against here and start fraying and tearing up against the metal piece here. But this has a knoblin, these do not. So these bags at Lone Rider do not have those compared to, you know, what you have here. So I'm gonna put these, I'm gonna put this one fully on the GS now. I do plan on running these bags all summer. All right, let me get into all that. So, all right, let's have a little bit of a conversation here. So you probably just saw all the video that I put together on putting these bags together, as well as, you know, showing a little bit on my F900. Blue came back, got all this stuff up on here. So in my analysis, or kind of early on analysis, because I will come back to this after this summer and talk about these bags, because I'm going to put this through on my 1250 all summer long for this year with this bags. But I think the big thing is, between the two, they're both very durable. They're made out of the same basically materials. You know, this feels a little bit more, if I say quality, I'm going to say the Mosko insert bags, I'll say A, these are A1. Very similar. There's just a feel to them that is a little bit different than the Mosko ones. I can't explain it without you actually figuring that out. But functionality so far, I mean, they're pretty simple. It's a very relatively the same thing. Again, you're going to see some grainy footage, but the one thing that I do like about the Mosko on the hookup on the back is the knoblin, what they call the knoblin, that little piece in the back. I do wish that maybe they had some type of a system like that to lock it down. This is only by straps. And I feel like maybe this back end, depending on how tight you get it, it shouldn't wiggle around or anything. But at least with the knoblin, you know it's kind of locked in and it's back there. Now, what I do like about this is the double tie-offs on the bike down, you know, down below on the Lone Rider. I think that keeps everything kind of nice, compact, and tight. Versus the Mosko, it only has the single one. They can get a little floppy, not a lot. I really never noticed it. Some people say they do, but if that strap ever breaks, that's the only one that you have. So you got to kind of jimmy it. At least if something breaks on here, you know you have two of these, and I think that's kind of nice there. So we'll see. So hopefully you liked the video. I know it might be a little bit longer than normal, but I thought I would share that stuff with you. Oh my God, I got dirt and crap all over me. Yeah, so I think that it'll work out well. Like I said, Lone Rider didn't give me any of this stuff. I got a discount during the holidays like you guys would have got. I think it was 20% off on these bags. So I figured I'd take a shot at it and see what happens, since, again, they didn't think I was worthy to work with. But then again, I understand their situation. So, all right, folks. Hey, thanks for we'll get this straight.
Get it together, man.
Thanks for watching. Much appreciated. If you can hit that like, subscribe, notification button, it'd be fantastic. God, this is terrible. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye.